Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Zen, and I'm gonna try something different. So today we got the men's motivation. Gentlemen, fellas, bros, let me tell y'all something right now. Whatever you going through right now, whatever situation that you may find yourself in, just know that you're going to get out of it, and you're going to get out of it a whole lot better than what you originally went in. You have to understand, we are the pillars of society, and we are the vessels in which God can use us to steer the world in a proper direction. You understand this. The reason why masculinity as well as men are being attacked so hard is because Satan knows our destiny better than we do. You are a lot more worthy and a lot more powerful and a lot more feared than you realize. You see, men were literally put on this earth because we are literally the foundation of society. We've built the buildings, we've built the buildings, built the roads, built the bridges, built the trains, built the phones, built the planes, built society, signed declarations of war, signed treaties, started and ended wars, brought families together. We've brought foundations, we've brought cities together, we've brought many cities together to make a country, and these countries, you know what I'm saying, these countries are still prospering despite what the media tells you. We are a lot more valued, and we are a lot more powerful than you think you honestly are. You have a lot more potential than you give yourself credit for. You ever notice that whenever adversity comes up, men are the first ones to take the full brunt of it and not even flinch? Yes, there are some men who crumble, but they always come back. Think about that. If you ever going through something and you taking a full brunt of it, despite if you tell anybody or not, you still manage to come out stronger than what you are. That's the gift that God gave to us. He gave us the gift of longevity. And yes, there are times where we do break down. That's where you need to have a strong social circle of friends, specifically male friends that help you out, because they understand what you're going through. For example, I'm not gonna expose my friend's name, but there was a time he was going through something, and he called me 2:30 in the morning, shedding tears. I was dead tired, but I got up and I listened to what he had to say until 4:30 in the morning. And when we went to school the next day, he thanked me because why? That's what friends do. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of strong circle of friends you need. Now, I'm gonna use a story here. There in Greek mythology, Atlas was tasked of holding up the world. If he simply turned his head to the side, or he fixed a crick in his neck, the world will fall apart. And another version of that story, Atlas was also tasked of holding up the sky. If he was to do the same thing that I mentioned earlier, the sky would come crashing down on the earth. You see what I'm saying? Society was built on the backs of men. We've built and shaped everything, even down to the technology we use, whether it be Samsung, iPhone, Lenovo, all that. It was men who built it. Now, I'm not saying women aren't important, of course not, but at the same time, it was us that created this foundation. It was us. You know what I'm saying? So I want you really guys to understand, you have a lot more power inside of you than you realize. It was the power that God had given to you from the day you were born. The reason why masculinity or manhood is being challenged is because Satan knows that the power you were born with has more power than he can ever have. You feel what I'm saying? He had it, but once he fell from heaven, he lost it. That's why he's trying so hard to destroy men now, because masculine energy is the energy in which God resides. And once God is present, Satan has no choice but to bow, flee, or ask permission. And even if he does ask permission, God will literally tell him, just like he did in the story of Job, guess what? You can tempt them, but they're not. This is why I'm telling you guys, men, you a lot more valuable, powerful, and I have a lot more potential. Look inside of yourself. Look inside of your mind. Begin to tell yourself, put into action, I am greater than what this world is. You gotta understand, we were not built for this world. We may dwell here, but we do not live here. You feel what I'm saying? It's not meant for us. You feel me? You're supposed to be the ones who are to lead the lost souls back. This is the task that God had given to us. No matter what your religion might be, no matter what it is, at the end of the day, men, you are a lot more powerful. And this is why God has created men to do that. It took Satan to tempt Eve in order to convince Adam to eat the fruit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. He had to go through a woman in order to do that. You think he'd be able to tempt Adam? No. No, not at all. That's why he uses women to try to bring men down. Think about it. Think about that for a second. You ever notice you on your game? You ever notice you doing what you gotta do? And all of a sudden, everything, all your desires will start coming forward. Yeah, that's the enemy trying to test. That's the enemy trying to throw you off because he's threatened by you. Think about that. Fellas, I want you to really think about that. How many times when you on your shit, you on your purpose, and the enemy is trying to throw you off with things that you put down to focus more on yourself. That girl who was ignoring you starting to hit you back. All of a sudden, though, your ex that you was heartbroken by is starting to hit you up now. All of a sudden now that's supposed, the deals that didn't go through, all of a sudden they starting to hit you up again because they trying to find new offers. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Think about that. Like, really sit down and think about that. The girl who was never available all of a sudden now is available to you. Nah, that's a setup. That's why I said, men, we're a lot more powerful. You're a lot more. You're even though society doesn't show it, you're a lot more cherished than you believe. Because if men said, you know what, fuck it, and just step back from society, it would fall apart. Think about that. Honestly, think about that. And I really hope this video helps somebody who's going through it. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all have a blessed day, guys.